I love the cracking because they could hear us technically, so you hear the cracking sound of the beer can. Um,
uh,
I'm trying to figure out like where we show up on Rumble. I guess I'll play the intro.
it's
Why
on
not?
it's on a page. Like I guess like sort of. I never
Sure.
signed up to it. I've never been on.
Shit, my bong isn't ready. It would be
They
sad
got
to
it all
style
blocked
with
out. They got it all blocked out. They got it all blocked out. If I sit in that shit, if the bitches sit in that shit, every motherfucking exit, you
Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. Welcome to the 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 Dumbfounded Dishes Podcast. I don't know why that screen is still there. How do I get out of that?
What's
Not
up,
this
people?
one. This is
How we
always
doing,
very
dipshits?
interesting.
But that picture is mean. That is a mean fucking picture, dude.
I don't want this for you.
Yo,
There we go.
he showed up to class picture day and me mugged with the gangster look. He took that straight off the rock. That is the people's eyebrow.
I don't think it's the people's eyebrow. I'm just saying. I don't
That is definitely WWE circa 2000 SmackDown Rock that he's emulating.
Smell. What do I see our chat?
That's apparently like when you come in as a president or each term, I guess you take like your headshot for that term, and that's the picture he's going with.
Wow. So, where is it? I can't see our chat right now, which is unfortunate. But
Why you actually want to fucking read what people have to say about us?
no, I don't care. I'm just saying. It's invisible currently to me.
Let's pretend like we're in a world where the comments don't exist.
So I guess I'll jump right into it. Right, unless you want to talk. Do you have something you want to talk about first before?
No. I mean, like, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, number one, tomorrow is the day, right? Tomorrow it all goes down. He gets inaugurated again.
TikTok ban was already postponed.
See, all right. If you want to start with that.
Well, he didn't do it. He just said something.
No. But do you want like just the last 48 hours with that? Because they did shut it down. Because I literally had heard my wife at some point yesterday go, "Oh my God, it's gone," and I was like, "What?" And she said, "TikTok, they shut it down." So this is in the last 48 hours. What I thought was it wasn't going to happen. It was going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. It was going to happen. And then eventually, what happened was you heard Trump say like Biden say that administration say we're handing it off to Trump administration, and then Trump said another 90 days, and then the next day they stopped it. So a lot of people, right? If you go on Reddit and all that shit and read all that Reddit shit, a lot of people are saying that this is all bluff. That the ByteDance, the company that was that owns called the bluff on the American ban, right? Because Trump is pretty sure that TikTok is not going to get banned and that they're going to come to some sort of
trying to
like agreement to have it like sold to somebody.
Yeah, he's trying to get an American entrepreneur or company to purchase it.
As they've been, isn't that the whole thing? Like all these people, the guy from Shark Tank, everyeverybo's throwing bids out there to buy TikTok.
I don't know. So I say
no, people have been offering to buy it. It's just they don't want to sell it. That's just ByteDance does not want to sell it, and that's what the whole thing. And who can I understand like. It's like imagine this. It's like if one brand of cola goes out of business, it might suck for like the first year, but like people will just start drinking another cola.
Who owns TikTok?
ByteDance, like Gigabyte.
Really? It's ByteDance.
I think it's ByteDance. I think so.
Oh no, that's the whole company though. But who owns the company? Oh, let me guess. The Chinese government.
I mean, it's a Chinese corporation, and the state has their hands in it. So.
Oh, by the way, I just want to let you know. I wish I need to make some new graphics because I want to add a graphic for like cheering or clapping or
We're laugh track. You want a laugh track to the podcast?
Only because I wanted to let you know that we're on Rumble. If you watch us, you can watch us on Rumble. We're on Rumble, and from our previous episode on Rumble, Rumble is Rumble. I said Rumble. Rumble is very transparent with the monetization of your channel, and they don't make you wait for watch time or hours. Your channel is immediately monetized. Immediately.
So there's no like point where you get like with YouTube. There's a point you got to reach.
There's a point where you start seeing the money you're making. Right now, we're just seeing the money we're making them.
Right.
And so far, we should be proud. We made a company 2 cents. 2 cents from our last video.
We're worth 2 pennies. That's not bad. I didn't think we were worth anything.
I think both those pennies were because of me, because of me watching the stream to see how well it did and clicking the.
I thought we were a liability, if anything. Like we would be a tax write-off because like we would be in the negative and they would just write us off.
The commercials or ads that play on the Rumble videos are like, "Do you feel like the government is cheating you? Do you want to get revenge on the government? Do you own an AR-15?" Listen to
Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast on the right side, of social media.
I'm not saying I agree with that at all, but it was like, hold on, I want to go to. Can we copyright strike ourselves for watching our own video?
No,
the stream.
No, we're right now in real time giving our consent to play our own stuff on our own.
So I'm gonna
platform.
Oh, fucking guy shooting a gun on my phone. Of course, that's what I was watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to bring up our Rumble page.
You're gonna get head and try to bring up your Rumble page.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and let's see. It's here. Bring it to this side of the screen.
So I need whole words and phrases.
What happened?
I need whole words and phrases. I'm like you know.
So we're gonna share.
A lot gets lost in translation when I don't have a lot of the middle words. You know?
Share this. I don't want to just share it. I want us.
It's just the name Rumble. Rumble sounds like they want to start fights.
Like this. Like this.
Or am I getting the wrong impression?
Okay, so here's our thing. This is us live, and this is the other one. So click this. Let's see the ad. Let's see if it plays an ad. Yep, there's an ad. See, look at the ad.
Ooh!
Hold on. No, I didn't mean to click it. I just made them another 2 cents. There's no sound. Where's the sound? For once, I want the ad to play sound. I clicked it again.
So wait. Is that even a real gun, or is that not a real gun? That's a large fucking. No, that's not.
There's no audio. Why is there no sound? Rumble.
Damn. So this is what they're trying to sell people in like places where you can't buy a firearm.
Yeah. Look, another one.
God damn.
I don't know why there's no sound though.
Is this a Pepsi commercial?
Not too right wing. I don't know what it is, but there's a fucking unicorn. What is happening?
What's going on?
I don't even know what they're selling at this point.
This is a fever dream. Are they selling fucking ayahuasca?
Oh, I clicked it. What is it?
What are they advertising? Sticker mule?
Wow.
I didn't know that companies would need
I made them a couple bucks now just by doing that.
Just by sitting through their ads?
Yeah.
This is how it all gets done. That's like pretty simple and bare bones, right? But I'm sure, obviously, where the money at. Money's going to be, Everybody knows where the money's at now. Mark Zuckerberg, has got a Jerry curl and fucking start wearing Cuban links and shit.
Oh,
so
he's also coming to the right side of things apparently. What is this?
See, I didn't get to listening to a lot of that podcast, but until recently, and then I got to like listening to it instead of just like the clips and stuff like that. And do you remember the last time he was on? And he was still like sort of alien mode, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, he looked
okay.
Interesting.
He was still lizard like, right?
Well, yeah,
absolutely. And clammy and pale, right? So yeah, obviously he evolved since then, right? Which is weird because I feel as being part bro-ish myself, I walk sort of lines here and there, you know what I mean? A little hardcore, a little bro-ish, little nerdy, you know. But he was full on like MIT fucking or Harvard or wherever the fuck he went to, Ivy League school he went to. He was like fucking Ivy League school nerd, right? And now he's like Miami fucking bro. You know what I mean? He looks like he looks like he thinks he's the coach of the Miami Dolphins.
He talked about on the podcast he owns land in Hawaii because of course he does, and he has to deal with the pigs on his farm area and the land, and the farmers hate the pigs. So in order to keep the ecosystem correct, he has to kill.
Oh, you mean wild? You mean feral pigs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, you see what they do in fucking Texas, out the side of out the side of a helicopter.
Let's go hunting.
I'm down. I'm down for that shit. I want to do that.
Well, I'm not talking the pigs. I want to hunt.
In general?
I want to hunt. I want to hunt deer.
I want to use that thing to hunt.
What thing?
Right behind me.
Oh shit! I can barely see it. Hold on.
It's a lever action.
I mean, you can. I believe you can.
Yeah, it's a 45 long colt. It's a fucking 45, but it's like it's a lot of fucking powder in there.
Sued Geico because she got an STD in her car from a guy, and she sued Geico because she has protection while in that car for anything that happens to her in that car.
That's not real. That's not real.
Geico intended to write it was if you crash your Honda Civic, you're covered. Not if you get and get an STD, you're covered.
It wasn't real? That's not real?
No, hold on a second. I'm just calling bullshit because it sounds outlandish, but if he's talking about like a loophole and some sort of insurance coverage, like fine print, like in the, you know, like in the clause.
Geico, STD, lawsuit.
I'm sure that
August 2024, a federal appeals court ruled that Geico is not required to pay for the STD contracted during sex, but it did go to court, and she did.
But this insurance shit is getting crazy. That's all I'm saying. Like
insurance is a scam.
Yo, 2025 is going to be the year that insurance companies get fucking torn wide open, I think. And you know, like just because of health insurance, homeowners insurance, the LA fires, especially now that rich people are getting fucked on their insurance. It's gonna get fucking crazy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Show you this. Here, this was live. Not that right before we started this. I was watching this, but here, I want to show you.
This is his pre-inauguration speech.
You can't even imagine how anybody could, before these things, think of it: open borders, prisons, and mental institutions, men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone, transgender. And very soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record right now.
He's counting it like it's a sport. He's talking about it. He's got the record.
Quickly defeat inflation and achieve the lowest cost of energy and electricity on Earth. And we're going to be using our emergency powers to allow
it's coming up.
Countries and entrepreneurs and people with a lot of money build big plants, AI plants. We need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. And we're going to
He's not wrong. I agree with shit.
We're going to slash the regulations, environmental regulations that are really put in there in order to stop progress in this country. We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman.
That sounds like some 1984 shit.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Now it's like, think about it this way. If you have the FBI policing the people, right, and you got federal marshals and all that stuff, and they go after criminals and stuff like that and investigate shit. And then you have within the police departments, you have internal affairs, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have like all this checks and balances, and then you have like the CIA, then you have CIA, and CIA like keeps an eye on every other country outside of us, right? Checks and balances and stuff, and even people within our government and inside. Now this is like an all out there bureau, which this is sort of what in my opinion. Just hear me out. Just please hear me out. I'm not anti it, But it's just like in his language, he's saying, I want to shrink the government by expanding the government. You know what I mean? So I think he needs to reword that a little different so he doesn't get called out on that shit.
An excellent point.
So I'm saying, but if it's for the purpose of
Also,
creating this department, and then this department is like a lawn service for other departments, to where it's like they dictate how much gets slashed or how much gets shrunk and stuff like that. That could also get out of hand too, because that could be like overreaching, especially if the executive branch has any sort of control over that department. Anyway, I digress. I'm just saying, it's just funny how he's saying, like, I want to shrink bureaucracy by creating another bureau.
Also, I wanted to say, remember your mic is on a thing, so you can move it. So when you sat back and before, I heard you less.
Yeah.
And then when you started moving forward, I was adjusting in the background, trying to figure out.
Do you know what I want? You know how like
you know who's going to lead this department, right?
Who?
Named Elon Musk, who's here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
He's going to show up, dude. This is hilarious.
He's here
This
somewhere.
is hilarious. It's like
This isn't today. This is from a while ago. I think I've seen this. Doesn't he dance around? Isn't he dancing around or some shit?
It's the victory hour, yes.
Come here, Elon. Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured. And X is with him. X. Come on, Elon. Say a couple of words.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry.
It's like surreal.
He's such a nerd. He's such a nerd. He's such a nerd. It's okay. So this was yesterday then, because they caught the rocket yesterday, which is pretty sick. Like if you watch that thing, I don't know what they call it. They call it like fucking kaiju. So they call it like Godzilla or whatever, and the thing that catches the actual fucking the tube. That shit is pretty nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
The rocket catching, that's like because someone did bring a good point up, and they were like, it looks like something that I thought would have been CGI like 4 years ago, and wouldn't have believed that they could do that now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, like totally. I didn't think they could catch a rocket just like in midair like that, and just like sort of. You know, like a drone, just like hover it right down into place. It's fucking nuts.
Shit. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, but you know what? Like I was gonna say, what I would really love is that if I had a boom that like moved with me, and I don't want to have it on my clothes, but I want to have like an over-the-shoulder thing that sort of has like a hydraulic arm.
All you gotta do is remember, like
I can't, dude.
I know it's hard. I try not
got
to
me smoke
back
and
forth.
pod. I can't remember nothing. I remember to get up close like this and just talk right up against.
What kind of chair you have? I have like a gaming chair.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is a fucking beat up old gaming chair. I'm getting a brand new one. It's gonna be delivered in like
nice
a week and a half. I can't fucking wait because this thing is fucking killing my ass and my back, dude. I feel like if I sit on this, because I work here too. Like I do, like a lot of. I have a desk set up here. Like if I like this will all be in different angles. I can move the fucking camera around. Next week I'll be pointed in a different direction. So, and I work here and sitting on this fucking thing. It's like flat and it's old. I've had this gaming chair for probably like 5 years, maybe more, like 6 or 7. So it is done. It is literally just the fucking flat fucking surface, and I'm getting like curvature of the spine from this from this shit if I sit on it for more than an hour. And I usually sit on this thing for 3 or 4 hours straight sometimes. It fucking sucks. But I'm getting a new one. But enough about me. Let's talk about Elon. So this guy Elon, this rocket nerd right here, made millions, hundreds of millions off fucking PayPal, right? The sale of PayPal. Now he's Rocket Man. Now he's in America. He's not American born. He's South African, and he's in American government now. The only thing that sort of gets me a little like skeevy about this whole thing is that you got a foreigner running a fucking American department.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not something out of the ordinary. It's not something that hasn't happened before.
I know. You've had governors like Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like this. It's a different story. Mayors, for example. But I'm saying, like, you can't be the president and be born on foreign soil. That was the whole thing with Obama. Remember? That was like why Trump was like bugging out over Obama. Obama was born in Hawaii. They were saying he was born in Kenya. Dad's from Kenya. Mom's American, so it was like everybody dug into it just to make sure, because that's a prerequisite.
Obama was in fact an illegal alien from a different planet.
Or was or is? That shit was mad funny. They were mad chummy. I think we spoke about that last week. And fucking Kamala gave him the old eye roll over her shoulder.
I saw that. It was
hilarious.
He was bullshitting with Trump, and they didn't like that.
Well, listen.
It is what it is.
It's a club. It's an exclusive club, and it doesn't matter your political affiliation. They're all former presidents, and even still, he's not sitting president yet, but he's still a former president. And former presidents are all in the privy to a lot of shit, even after their presidency. You know what I mean? Did you watch the Dave Chappelle SNL monologue yesterday?
I did not know. Should I have?
It's all right. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I mean, I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's one of my favorite comedians, and he always gives a good. He always gives a good sit down.
Dave is
and
the man.
That's what I'm just calling them now. Now they're sit downs. I fucking love it because he's the only motherfucker who could get away with smoking a cigarette indoors anywhere.
He gives no fucks.
He gives no fucks. I listen. He's probably like the last of the Mohicans with that shit. As far as like, no one else is gonna be born after this that's gonna just be allowed to light a fucking cigarette up, especially on live television. It's badass. I don't know. I quit smoking because smoking's bad for me. Smoking cigarettes is bad for you, okay? But something about somebody smoking a cigarette and telling you a fucking story that is sort of like it puts you in a trance. You know what I mean? And the monologue is pretty good. And he brings up the story about Jimmy Carter. And he one of the last times he was in Israel, he just said he wanted to. He talked to the Israeli government and said, hey, I want to go into Palestine and visit with blah blah blah, and just walk around. And they're like, well, we can't provide you security for that. We can't provide you protection. We can't trust your safety or whatever. And he just went in with Secret Service and walked around. You know what I mean? And the people took care of him while he was there. And cheered when he entered and stuff like that. So
interesting.
He goes into a little bit story about that, which I'd like to fact check on some level. But it was interesting enough about his story. But he obviously the whole monologue was joke after joke. A lot of them missed. He bombed a couple of times because of the audience that he was in front of, obviously. But at the end of it, he brought it home and how he does. And it's worth the watch just for at least a monologue.
I wish I could get it like this, but with us overlapping, but not here. I'd rather have a side by side. Oh no, that's not what I wanted.
That's
okay.
Too small, too big.
So I think one of the problems
you can't make us any bigger. We can't get a little bigger.
Let's see.
You can't swell us up.
Wee.
Ooh.
But then we block the video, so we don't want that.
Yeah. We'll go down. Here. Right there is good. That's good. Yeah.
Go like this to make it a little shape different. So okay, I could put us here, but that doesn't. Yeah, that's okay, right?
I like that.
All right, so I'll go right into this. No. How did? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the release is this motherfucker. So I don't know who this motherfucker is. I don't know what this video is. I don't know who he is.
You just got muffled up, Mike.
I'm muffled?
Oh, now you're good.
So I don't know who this motherfucker is. I don't know anything. But he put copyright claims on our videos on
Who
Facebook.
is this person?
I don't know.
Over what?
And then I went to his page here and I see comments like this. Yeah, I gotta move us out of the way. One sec.
So is this the guy or is this even his video? Is this even the person?
I don't know, but
because all these other people are apparently getting the same thing happening to them, right?
That's what it seems like.
So this guy
very, very weird. And this video is old. It's 40-something weeks old.
So what's the purpose of this?
196 weeks old. I don't know.
Is that being a troll? Is that just some next level of a troll?
I don't know. We've never even reviewed this channel. Or
has this person answered any of these comments?
I don't know. I only saw that one. I don't think there's anything else. I think they just stopped. They've stopped posting it. They have nothing new on their channel.
I don't know.
It was so weird.
Maybe it's mental illness. Is that the guy? Is that a real person?
I don't know. There's no name associated with this. There's no name up here.
Whoever this, and I mean, they're verified. Mike,
I mean,
they got a blue check.
Anyone with a wallet can verify, you know.
So then why verify your page and then just be like psycho? There's only 20,000 followers. So low level crazy? Maybe this person's crazy. So
I don't know, but they're the dipshit of the week. I
yeah,
reported this to.
what's the copyright for what?
I
Who's
don't know. I don't-
copyright for their intellectual property or
If the algorithm catches it, it'll tell you which part of the clip is the problem. When I clicked to see more, it just said someone specific, and it had their email address to reach out to them. And I was like, I'm disputing it, and it said, well, what's your reason for disputing it? I wrote everything out, like, hey, there's nothing. I've never seen this person before. There's nothing in our video that is theirs. Sorry.
Yeah. We've never put them on the pod ever. We never reviewed any of their shit.
Now you should. Now's the reason to fucking do it. Dipshit.
I guess all of his content sucks, right? It was as default, even though we're not going to go through it or judge it at all.
You want it?
Just fuck you, dude. Nah, I don't care to. I mean, I don't care to engage either way. But, you know.
We're going down in 3, 2, 1. Ugh. Unsatisfying. We've got a live.
I guess this guy's in California or Florida. It's palm trees.
Doing.
Our D&D group last night was joking because one of the girls ran our DM.
Doing.
Our D&D group last night was joking because
He only has 12 likes. Like, this guy, I don't get it. Yeah,
I don't know.
We're moving on.
Oh well, fuck you.
Lazy. Wow.
I laughed and I fucking choked on my fucking ginger ale for like 10 minutes. I almost died because I read Lazy and Fiance out loud. I read the rest of that shit in my head and I was like, okay, Lazy and Fiance, and I was it's just I think this should be put in the new vernacular. I love this, Lazy and Fiance. I like that. Whoever came up with this, kudos to you.
Don't miss it. Oh my god, yo, I think he's dead. He has to be dead. Look at that shot. He has to be dead. He has to be dead.
That's a for sure knockout.
Knockout. He's gonna have no neck.
You could see him go out once that thing hits him.
It's bad. That's bad. It's very. Watch the Skydax one. That's bad. Watch the slow motion one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Done. He's out. He's out right there. He's out.
He probably lost teeth. Jaw probably hit his mouth closed. So
No, he definitely cracked a vertebra.
Oh.
He probably's got some like fucking definite like internal head trauma.
Dead.
He got brain bleed, but they might have to take a piece out of his skull because his brain's like swollen up. That's crazy though. How fast that cone was going. And yo, it's fucked up if that car, because you know, like these guys could spin out and fucking hit things on purpose. You know what I mean? They could pretty much.
I don't think he did that on purpose. But Jesus Christ, my neck hurts. Oh,
that kid got nailed so hard. You see how hard he got nailed? But he saved like the 3 people right behind him.
Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's gonna be hurt for a long time.
Hang in there, kid. I hope you can
Poor
sue.
dad.
That blows.
Did you send me this one too?
Oh yeah. So, I guess things are getting a little heated in fucking in British Parliament. At least I think this is Britain.
Oh, look, I can
But
make
the
it
lady's
bigger
got
now.
a point. I think this lady's got a point. Yeah, I do like this better. I like to see myself a little bigger.
That's what she said. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what he said. That's probably better.
Well, I did say that.
Nobody has the right.
Nobody.
Right to live their lives being protected from offense or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit. Nobody has the right to live their life.
I'm sorry, but you just know she means business, and she's gonna be 100% right when she starts off the sentence with "No," but I can't do it. I can't even do it.
Buddy,
Nobody.
she really when she hit that note, that room, every butthole clenched. They were ready to hear some real shit. She was about to drop some truth. The thing is, like, it's just hearing it from that voice. It makes a harder fucking point.
It
like
absolutely does.
I feel ashamed, and I you know, like, I sort of agree. I agree with what she's saying, but I instantly just feel ashamed of myself. For what? I don't know. Just I feel like I should feel. I feel like shit now because, like, I feel like, you know, I'm letting myself down in a way, just because of the sound of her voice.
Nobody.
It's an occupational hazard of
She's
living
right,
in society.
Yeah, you're gonna be offended. I mean, some people smell offensive. Some people look offensive.
I was just some people.
Have you ever seen Rocky Dennis? Come on now,
bro. I seen a side by side of the real face. Like, yo, back in the day, like, I'm gonna say practical makeup effects. They would do some crazy shit for you know, for what they had
American
back in the day.
Werewolf and
that's around the same time that Mask came out, that Rocky Dennis movie. That was around that was in the early 80s, and you know, like, just like with the resources they had then to make, because it's the side by side of the actual person to the actor with the makeup on. I was like, damn, they got that shit. They nailed it. For an 80s movie, it was pretty fucking good. And if you look at some other, like, if you see Basket Case, like, if you've ever watched Basket Case,
great movie. Of course, I've seen Basket Case.
Cult classic.
Yep.
Basket Case was fucking that wild. I mean, you know, like, it's a cult classic for a reason, and B movies are great because they have their own charm. But it is just, you know, worlds apart from what they were doing in, let's just say, like, Alien or, like, you know, the Terminator, or
the Terminator was also
Wars.
legit. So I think Crayola is on something right now.
Oh shit! The first one I read was Baby Shit Green, but Auschwitz Ash is pretty fucking brutal, bro.
Lives matter. Privilege, because there's a white crayon.
boner pill blue.
Ooh, it is boner pill blue. It really is. Holy shit! Not that I know.
Your parents' divorce was your fault, Peach.
Baby shit green.
Shit green. Corporations are people too. That's crazy.
All over the mic.
Spiritual, but not religious. I've said that before. I feel slighted. Statutory grip.
I feel slighted. What's this one right here? Something to calls to him like that when he's this one right there.
Oh man, yeah, that's 3 lines. I don't think you're gonna get the top one.
I can't get the top one at all. And your parents divorced with your false presidential red. Wow, yeah. Orange. Yeah, so Sam Tripoli is the man sometimes. He's a little out there, but when he does post things, sometimes
he's eccentric about his conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
let's just put it that way.
Go down a little just so we can see this one now. Just keep that up so we can see it. But that's not completely untrue. I mean, L.A., Maui. I mean,
this is the thing with coincidences and then conspiracies. It's like
synchronicities.
Yes. Now, too many coincidences doth point too many arrows in directions. You know what I mean? And if they're all pointing in one direction, it's like, you know, what is that law? There's like some sort of like law, like the easiest explanation is often the answer. Occam's
razor.
Occam's razor, yes.
I thought Arkham, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Right? Like I'm saying, like if it's like okay,
I say that to people all the time. And
burnt down fucking land in California is they're talking like Newsom's talking about buying up fucking all that shit up to because nobody's gonna be rebuilt. How there's swaths of land that are just burnt down. That now there's like maybe one or two houses survived, so you're gonna have like masses of space between houses for a long time because before anything gets done, it's going to be like 2 years before some of these people can even clean up their fire mess. It could be 18 months to 2 years before they're even allowed to get the permits to start cleaning up their piece of property. And what most people are going to do are just be like, I'm just going to fucking take the loss and sell the plot and do that. And then somebody's going to end up buying like 5 or 6 of them in a chunk. And, you know, the government's going to be the one doing that, you know? But on a lighter note, Boston Be a Man, gotta love this guy.
I think I deleted it or X'd out of it before, but he did a commercial where if you're depressed and feel terrible, get help, be a man. And I'm like, oh, he's doing nice commercials. Be a man 2028.
Fuck that. Get wrecked every night. Hell yeah. Dude, it's just like his Instagram is definitely like one of my like I have that every day, and that's like, you know how people I feel like used to read the funnies in the newspaper, and that would be their moment of joy is like the Far Side or like Heathcliff or you know
Yeah.
or Kathy or some shit. And it's like that's what that is for me. You know, every day they post, and it's fucking always. And I laugh, genuinely laugh, and it doesn't get tiring at all. It's just bro comedy's making a hard comeback. Guys like fucking Shane Gillis, and you know what I mean. Protect your parks, being a regular fucking like you know the bros are back. I think the bros are making a comeback.
As it should. I mean, it's about time.
When was the last time bros? But the thing is, last time it got messy. The last time bros, you know, like ran free. I mean, the last time the bros ran free was like 1999, and you saw also what happened at Woodstock. You know, got a little crazy. All right, so yo, I said this to you. This shit bugged me out, and I always fucking called this back in the day, and I always fucking knew, and I knew someone, an acquaintance, who ended up on People's Court, and I was like, I thought that their whole fucking thing claim was like sort of sus anyway, but they were like, no, it was all real. But I did like occasionally, like I'd come home from work, and then I remember seeing some of the same people on some court shows. So it would be like on People's Court, it'd be like somebody I would have seen, and then maybe like, you know, because I would get home from work early, like I'd leave for work at 2:30, sometimes get home at 3:30, so it'd be like a court show on. And then there was like another court show, like Judge Joe Brown or something, and I fucking saw it. I could have sworn I saw the fucking same person, and this proved my point.
Oh, you saying it's not real?
I'm saying probably a lot of those cases may be real, but a lot of them are probably bullshit.
A friend of mine
or staged or something.
Had another friend of his. Oh no, let me change it. A friend of mine's father.
Oh.
A friend of the father was this very like Andrew Dice Clay kind of Italian guy, but he wasn't really Italian. But
yeah,
he acted like Andrew Dice Clay would. It wasn't a bit. Guy. It was how he was.
Yeah,
and it was hilarious. And we filmed a comedy special of him, and he was just sitting in a chair, smoking cigarettes and making jokes, and he was fucking hilarious. So, cut to like months, maybe a year later, he comes over because he would come and go as people like him do. And he goes, "Hey, did you see the episode of whatever court, Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown, whatever it was that I was on?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Yeah, I was on it. I got the last snowstorm. I was driving my Cadillac, and the woman just pulled out. I couldn't stop, so I hit her, and she sued me. And we went to the people, whatever it was. I forgot what it was." And he's like, "You gotta watch the episode." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Because, like, yes, I'm getting sued, and yes, she's getting money, but we're both getting paid to be on the show."
Yeah.
He's like, "So what does it matter? It's not my money." So like at the end, when they judged in his favor, in her favor, for like $6,000, he's like, "Oh, why don't you give her 10?" He's like, what the fuck do I care? And she's like, sir, you're going to be removed from my courtroom.
10 you can't because it's small claims.
Mm-hmm.
It's small claims. So you can't give 10. It has to be under like $8,000 or something like that.
I know, but he was just making jokes and shit. But so this guy might have gotten sued a bunch of times, and why not take it to the fucking there instead? But you have to get
like
picked,
you
I
said,
think,
this guy's a comedian, and he's done this like 5 fucking times or 4 times. Or gotten sued. He's gotten sued. But like you said, they both get paid. I'm pretty sure they both get paid for the appearance.
They both get paid. You don't get as much as the person who wins, but you get paid to show. It's probably what happened?
I always knew that. I always fucking.
You're on TV. You're getting paid.
I just watched the Jerry Springer fucking.
Even if you get an extra like rate, like as an extra, which is like $200 a day now, $300 a day, or some ridiculous amount.
The Jerry Springer doc on Netflix, right? It was the same thing. Like they would just fluff up the guests, and a lot of the guests eventually ended up becoming like figuring out that they could just stage something and get on the show. You know, some people would just stage some ridiculous love triangle, like fucking my cousin and her best friend and cheating on my girlfriend and baby mama of 16 years, like some shit like that. Like they'd just make that up, but they wouldn't really be. They wouldn't all be in some fucking crazy love triangle. They'd just be playing it for the show, and they would like, it would be like wrestling. So they would be hitting each other and brawling, but it would all be like they would be pulling their punches. You understand what I'm saying? They would still be making contact and pulling hair, but they weren't really, really, really going for it. Some of the fucking things were. Like, there was some lady who fucking actually got murdered. She actually got her head bashed in by the fucking boyfriend.
I heard about that. Yes. All right, okay. Let's watch this now. Is this funny?
Yeah, because it blew my mind.
Oh, they sue each other. So the court's not gonna ask questions, and you both get paid. Yo,
yes.
I'm gonna sue you, bro.
Play the game. I told you I was like, we should do this.
You couldn't hear it?
No, I couldn't hear it. So try to go back because it's important. You got to hear this because I was like, me and you could do this.
Apparently, there's 8 or 6 people watching on Rumble.
What up, Rumble?
We're on the right side now. Can you hear it?
Television. The court show pays whoever wins, so we'd always make sure that the plaintiff won, and then we'd split the money. I was a witness on Judge Alex.
Man, I'm just glad we got this money. I needed the money so bad. I'm broke. I have like 3 frozen hamburgers at home. I can't afford to buy toothpaste.
I was a plaintiff on Judge Joe Brown. I played a promoter, and I sued my comedian friend over a comedy show.
Promoter Ben Palmer is suing a performer for breach of contract. Defendant Derulio Ledger says he had to leave the show for his own safety.
The club not even in the hood, but the whole hood was inside the club, Your Honor.
The club wasn't even in the hood.
I'm just saying the whole fucking thing is a bit. The whole thing's a bit.
Well, because he
on Judge Alex again as a
system.
defendant, I played a crooked promoter that ran off with my friend's money.
You know how procreation works, right?
No.
You know that there's like 1 million sperm that go swimming towards that one egg, competing to see which one can fertilize that egg?
Yeah.
I am amazed that yours won.
Yeah. I also did a court show where I was paid to act out a real-life court case that they rewrote for television. I played a defendant on Supreme Justice with Judge Karen for injuring someone during a hockey match.
Completely blindsided.
You mean like if your back is turned to him?
Correct.
He couldn't do it. Is that true?
He wanted me to call him on the phone and tell him I was going to hit him.
Or if I'm completely distracted.
Let's stop.
And I played a
Wow. This is quite hilarious.
Like, I'm just saying, like, he has TV credits as courtroom wise guy, right? And I don't mean wise guy like courtroom douchebag, right? Because he's been a plaintiff, a defendant, a witness, right? That he's just typecasted. But the thing is, like I said, this is all a bit. And like he said, like him and that comedian guy, they're both like fucking, you know, like writers or comedians, content creators. And it's genius because it's like they both get a paycheck for just showing up to the show. And I don't know how long they have to be on set for. Maybe we can find that out. I don't know if it's a whole day thing, but it's like really the TV show. It's like there's only like maybe 15 minutes of you total. So how long would you have to actually be there? Not for
probably for a day. Absolutely. It's
morning to night.
It depends on also if it's how scripted it is, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. All right. What I mean by I don't think the judges are totally in on what's going to be said. I think, like the people, the plaintiffs and the defendants are told to actually use clean language, like, when they show up. Jerry Springer, they would just let it fly. I don't know if you remember watching that shit. It would be like you'd watch the whole episode and it would be a beep, 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 beep the whole way through. You wouldn't hear anybody say anything. Literally watch beeps. You would have to get the VHS tapes or later on like the fucking DVDs of the full unedited, like Too Hot for TV Jerry Springer fucking like box sets that would have all of like the craziest episodes, but with none of the beeps. It would literally be 11 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock in the afternoon of just beeps and just blurred out titties.
That
and
is
fucking and
hilarious.
brawls. Motherfuckers would get fucked up at the beginning. People be throwing chairs and shit. It's WWE.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Just saying, dude. These cameras are getting wild, dude. They're fucking
Yo,
everywhere.
congestion pricing. You can't fucking go.
So
like, I didn't realize this. That you have to pay. So if I go over the Williamsburg Bridge, which is free, it's free. The Williamsburg Bridge is free, but to go over the Williamsburg Bridge, when you get into Manhattan, you get hit with congestion pricing because of where you are.
Right.
And then the same thing with all the free bridges are basically gonna fuck you. So now you're not gonna take the bridge. Now you're gonna go up to the Queensboro. Maybe it's the Queensboro. Maybe the Queensboro Bridge.
So there's some convoluted route that you got to reroute yourself in order for you not
And basically
to avoid
you're
going into Manhattan.
Yes, and it's fucking insane.
Whack.
Fucking
Whack.
insane.
Have you had to deal with that shit yet?
Yes, absolutely. I went to Chinatown to get some dim sum, dumplings, and other shit, and yeah, we had to pay it, and then we paid $13 an hour or $13 for 2 hours for parking.
Yep.
So you sent me this too, but the video isn't here. Like the audio isn't here.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So
I'll have to find it.
damn, yeah, look for it because, dude, it's pretty fucking. It's hilarious, dude. Bill Burr fucking kills. I can't wait for. He's got a special coming out. I think a couple days before Patty's Day in March, like March 14th or something like that. He's got a new special coming out on Hulu. It should be good.
Let's see. On Hulu.
Yeah, Bill Burr's forever fed up.
Well, yeah.
His energy level has been the same. Fed up forever.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but that's kind of his shtick.
No, I get it, but
and the way things are, there's a lot of things to be fed up about. You know.
I'm just saying, like, comedians' energy levels go down as they get older. A lot of them
not
get
Bill.
Not Bill.
So what he said. Let's see what he said.
The winds moved, but the fire was coming and all that stuff. So I feel lucky.
Are you guys back in?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet,
Yeah, right. I know. It's right.
Oh my God! All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean? You know what? Looking at the footage on the internet, I have determined that this here was mismanaged. They're talking about looting, but CNN and Fox News are not going to bring up the insurance companies that are just going to keep everybody's premiums and still give themselves a bonus. Yes. Free Luigi. The winds move.
Wow.
Yeah, he talked mad shit, and he's like, this kid is getting a lot of fuck. It's crazy. I mean, obviously they're gonna fucking fry him. You know what I mean? Just because. But this picture's fucking mean. That's a mean mug.
It's kind of like
I was never really a fan before, but I'm just saying the picture hits in a different way. You know what I mean?
Like I feel, to be honest with you,
It's better than the last one he took on his first time around.
I don't think you know this, but like he is the embodiment of America in movies.
Oh yes. Okay.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna mean mug you, and I'm gonna kick your ass and win, whether you like it or not.
Like the cowboy bully type, you mean?
No, but like
yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Remember, like Hans Gruber was like,
kind of,
or like Roy Rogers. And he's like, yeah, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Like, he is that kind of dude a little bit, but yeah, because he's bullyish. You know, like he's definitely all of a bully. You know, but you know sometimes.
If you're watching us on Rumble right now, please like and subscribe, or however this thing works.
Sometimes you need that in a leader. You know what I mean? Like,
we got two people on. I don't know. Two people somewhere.
Nobody really wants fucking.
This new.
You know, like a lame duck president that's gonna be, you know, pushed around. I mean, I just hope like at the end of Dave Chappelle's monologue, I concur with him. I'm like, you know, we're all counting on him to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Speaking of doing the right thing, you know, Tucker did blow my mind a little bit when he kind of was suggesting that like the UFO sightings and all the things written in the past, like how the caveman paintings, writings, and all the stuff, and you know,
yeah,
I feel like it he's onto something because he connects it to religion. Very weird.
Well, people have been doing that forever. Like, you know what I mean? You know, like people have been like for example, like a lot of that like stuff that, you know, like Ancient Aliens and stuff like that. Like before that show even came out, like people were like in the 60s going down those rabbit holes thinking that a lot of these, you know, religious tales and legends and stuff like that are probably just retelling of what people in their primitive minds could have described as being otherworldly beings coming to this planet and doing battle like in the sky or some shit like that, like on some Marvel Comics level kind of shit. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's all great. It's all great for the looks. Listen, this is what humans love. We love fucking fairy tales and legends and stuff and shit to like sort of give us hope and to believe. It's part of our nature. You know what I mean? It's as the animals that we are, we crave it. So to tie religion, which is something that people already don't want to give up too much, in with the possibility that we could be like living in this universe with other beings that are zipping around our sky right now.
Zipping
that aren't
around
the Jersey
our
Jones
sky right now.
Aren't the Jersey Jones, but are like the fucking, you know, Tic Tac. You know what I mean? Because the Jersey drones are obviously, dude, that's out. These are our vehicles that they're looking for some sort of hazardous material and scanning the whole fucking, you know, like Jersey area and tri-state metro, New York metro area for shit, which is fucking scary enough. That's the reason why they're not telling you what the fucking drones are, is because they're looking for something that they don't want to fucking freak you out for, because they're afraid that fucking people are just gonna like sue the government if some radioactive material, like, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be neighborhoods in North Jersey that are gonna have like a higher cancer fucking like rating because they fucking that's where they were looking. You know what I mean?
That's so fucking true. So what's he gonna say? Let's see.
You know, the thing that people don't in this country understand is that the Ukrainian military is selling about half of the arms they get from the United States into international black markets, and they're winding up in some cases with the drug cartels in Latin America. That's a fact. Okay, it's a fact, and you can buy them. And
bro, that's fucked up if that's true. I know, like, you could only like really like go on and listen to podcasts and stuff. You can listen to Shannon Sharp, you can listen to Rogan, you can listen to fucking Tucker, you can listen to this person who has this person on and that person on, and they could say this, that, and the other about this, that, and the other, whether it's fucking Diddy or the government or aliens or whatever. And you can only like fucking take it with a grain of salt. But the thing is, like, when it starts to sound like, oh, this is totally plausible because this has happened. You know, if you haven't learned from history, you're doomed to repeat it. The class over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And this has happened before. You know what I mean? Like, we had fucking, you know, weapons deals and stuff like that, deals in South America. And
Operation Fast and Furious. I think.
I mean, the Contras, you know, the Contras and all that shit.
Wow, I didn't even get to. I just wrote Operation. It popped right up.
Yeah.
ATF.
Now,
And this was also a conspiracy until it was finally declassified.
yeah, and the whole idea was so they could track the fucking weapons going to where they were
but it
going.
ended up
Harming
being
people,
used and like hurting people. Yeah, it was fucking.
Yeah.
You gave savages guns.
And that always happens. And this is the thing. This is common practice. This goes on all the time. But it's like shit will hit the fan. Everybody will find out. It'll get declassified. And then it'll just be like, oh, it happened so long ago. Well, that's because you lied. So the thing is, if you lie for 30 years and then declassify it and there's nobody alive to fucking really go after, then no harm, no foul at that point, right? You know what I mean? Really, though. Right? Like, if you can't really go after anybody, who do you go after? You know, the current government? None of these people were in power. They were all in high school, you know?
So Jackie Chan's son was arrested for cannabis.
For smoking weed. And Jackie Chan had to apologize for his son.
No.
Yup. Oh, volume, bro. Oh, don't make me do her voice, because it'll get messy. I could do her accent. You hear it? Because I don't. Volume.
Wait, you really don't?
No, yeah, I said volume. I was like, that's why I said it. He was like, if you want, I could like do her voice, but it could get messy if I do her accent.
Why does he keep doing that? Oh, I see what it wants me to do. It wants me to add a scene for each link instead of continuously switching.
Oh.
I think.
And then it jumps the audio off.
No, I want that one right now, though. Do you hear it now? I'm gonna restart it, I guess. This fucking shit.
Jackie Chan.
Is it racist whenever I see an Asian person that makes me want to go, oh.
I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know in what context you're doing that. Is that a pleasure sound? Is that a pleasure sound? Or is it like
I don't know.
It's like awkward, and I don't know what sound to make.
It's how I imagine.
Are you trying to sound like an Asian?
Well, don't they start every sentence with that kind of a sound? Don't they? Like, like I'm also really fucking high right now. So
before you say Confucius say, if you say Confucius say, you would say that before?
We're dipshits. Just ignore everything I just said.
His son got arrested and thrown in jail for 6 months for smoking weed.
Where was this?
Beijing, China. And not only that, they paraded him on national TV, and then Jackie Chan himself had to apologize in public. Saying,
Wow.
I failed as a father.
You know what happens if they don't, right?
Yeah, they go to a fucking prison camp.
Jackie Chan, who had nothing to do with it, had to.
That's his son. This proves there's more equality in China than America.
How so?
Because in China, everyone is treated like black people.
Yo, just how about you don't treat
Jackie Chan.
anybody like that? How about like you have like a government where you just don't treat anybody like that? Like the thing is, like, you know, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. It's like, no, you don't fucking just go rounding people up and shaming them in the fucking streets. But there should be a level of fucking shame and accountability to, you know, to somebody's actions. But you don't have to make a parent fucking apologize for. Like, it's different if you're like that kid who shot up that fucking school and the parents went to jail because they brought him. They brought him the weapon. Then it's like a different story. Jackie Chan didn't put the fucking joint in his kid's mouth. His kid's a fucking spoiled rich kid who can get weed because he's powerful and has money.
Communist China. What do you expect?
Well, technically, you know they're not communist.
Yeah, I know.
They started out that way, but they're like, I don't know what they are. That's the crazy thing. Like, what is their system? Obviously, capitalism is a big part of it because business is big in China. You know what I mean? And I know that governmentally they have like some sort of a apparent democratic hierarchy, but they have a leader who's just like always there forever and ever. You know what I mean? Which is like what, you know, like you would just define as a dictator if it's a leader that doesn't leave after the term is over. You know what I mean? Oh, this is sick. Okay, so rocket exploded. Now this is only one angle.
Whose rocket was it?
I think it's a SpaceX rocket. Now hold on a second. There are because of how high up in the atmosphere it was, there are a dozen different angles of this. You could go onto YouTube or fucking on Reels and look this up. I sent you a couple of them, Mike. I think I sent you 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're from 2 different angles. There's another one that's pretty sick from a cruise ship. If you were in Turks and Caicos, you saw it pretty clear. If you were on the Florida coast, you saw it semi-clear, but it was at a further distance. If you were on this cruise ship was right underneath it.
I love
and it was just
that you can't see. It's called the Autobots.
Yeah, it looks like Transformers are entering the atmosphere.
Imagine just chilling.
It's sick, dude. I'd freak out. I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "No way, Thanos is here."
What's the first?
That's what I would say. The first thing I do is call the Avengers.
Oh no, come on, bro. What's the first thing you do?
I don't know, dude. I'm hoping that my mutant abilities start to fucking manifest now because it's now or never.
What do you do?
Go home and load up.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
You get ready for some shit.
Start collecting as much water as possible and fucking pull my steel shutters and bunker down and try to find out where the fuck everybody's going and not go there.
Oh, it was SpaceX. You're right.
Ready?
Good, it's about to fall on top of us.
Guys, oh my gosh! What is this?
Yeah, I think that's it might be from the cruise ship.
What is this? It's about to fall right on top of us. The dude's like, guys, it's gonna fall
Actually,
on top of us.
if you see streaking over you, you're fine. That shit is going to land 800 miles away from you.
Yeah, it's when you just see a dot and no streak because the dot is coming right at you.
If the dot is getting larger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look at it and it's getting larger, then you're fucked. If it's just streaking, you're fine.
What is that?
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
We need to go.
You hear it?
Then I would have said, we need to go.
100% something burning up the atmosphere.
That's wild,
Space junk or something. That's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Look at the sky now! Guys, take pictures of that. I am. I'm getting lost. Someone's got to be down here. No, look. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Now, the thing is, this is just a couple of pieces of debris that honestly probably vaporized or just ended up in the ocean and didn't hit anything. But just imagine if there's some real deal debris. You see meteor shower. You've seen meteor showers, right? You've gone upstate or up in the
I've seen
not
a meteor shower, but I've seen a shooting star multiple times at the cabin. It's
Have you ever seen a few in a row? Where you see if you look up for 20 minutes, you might see 3. You know,
I don't remember how many I saw, but I counted a bunch when me and John went to my cabin because you're in the middle of nowhere, so you can see.
Technically,
that's
what's
see the
happening.
Milky Way, kind of
Yeah, technically, that's what's happening. That's just debris, literally not far away from you, overhead from you. That's entering the atmosphere is what that is. And the thing is, during a meteor shower, I've seen 2 meteor showers, and one of them I was lucky enough to see, upstate. And it was pretty fucking sick. It was going on for a couple of days. It was overnight and then into the day. You could see little red streaks in the air. You know what I mean? But at night it was literally looked just streak, and it's pretty fucking cool. But this is little pieces of dust. Now just imagine if there's some fucking chunks.
Yeah, something. Well, then you might want to kiss your ass goodbye. It's.
Yo, then Thanos is coming, yo. Then that's, you really need Superman at that point. So check this out. I sent this to you because now I'm a spectator. Now, down here in Florida, I don't really got to deal with this shit because I used to take mass transit every fucking day for over 2 decades in that city. And now they're putting up. Now I'm looking at this and I'm like, this sort of looks like finger grooves now for you to hop. It actually gives you higher hops over the fucking turnstile. You know what I mean? But somebody said it's supposed to be sharp, but it doesn't look fucking sharp to me.
You can't just put something sharp in the way people walk. You just can't do that. So it's not
People
sharp.
from going under.
It's definitely not sharp, though.
Every time I hop the train, I would go under the turnstile.
Look at this bozo over here. Look at this. It doesn't even hurt. It doesn't even hurt, bro. What are we doing? This feels so easy to hop over. What do you think you're gonna stop? These guys are clowns. You got clowns running this city.
And they put that into a whole bunch of stations, so it's like all over the place. This is just one thing I sent you, but like all over my algorithm, getting like, and people are getting pissed off about it. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like thinking, this must have been like at the same time that people were pissed off that they put like the higher gates and stuff like that, because it used to not be like gates to the ceiling.
It's pretty fucking stupid, and he's not wrong. We have fucking idiots running this city.
It's a little bit of a waste, I see. Because it's not going to stop anybody from hopping the turnstile, because you can go under. It's easier to go under. It is easier to go under. And everybody knows the trick. You have the small person go under, and then they open up the fucking door for you, and then everybody walks in. Come on. New Yorkers, we all know, like, this isn't going to fucking stop us.
Well, we won't have to pay. We won't have to pay any tolls or anything if we do this.
Well, this would
be
be
the end
bullshit.
of the world. I mean, okay, let's see. Oh,
But I
Japan.
feel like I should
thought it
send this
said
to you.
China. It was Japan.
How do you got fucking problems, bro?
What do you mean?
That is like super like some deep embedded racism right there. Like that you don't even realize you did because you read the word Japan and thought it was China.
No.
Not even spelt anywhere the same at all. They're not spelt the same at all. I don't know how you missed that.
I don't know, but to answer the question that you asked previously, it's true. It's true.
So, what does this mean?
Fucking true.
Like Island of Dr. Moreau kind of shit? Like where it's like
Great movie drop, man. Not a good movie, but great movie drop.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, is that what they're trying to do? Or is this going to be like to make organs and shit?
Not to change the subject instantly, but that I didn't hate that movie.
It was weird.
A lot of people did not like that movie. It was Val Kilmer, right?
No, Brad Pitt or maybe it was Val Kilmer, and it was Marlon Brando.
Yeah, but weird. Yeah, Val Kilmer. Yep, it is.
And Marlon Brando, right? Yeah.
Marlon Brando dressed up as a whatever that was.
Well, he was like really big back then. He was like really fat. He was the doctor who was putting the animals and people, like he was making hybrids. Like he had a laboratory, was like literally doing that. And the thing is, I've heard of, because of the ethics of the whole thing, like worldwide, and what scientists, like what they can and cannot do. And it's like, I think the whole ethics thing is like, oh, well, if we're harvesting organs, you know what I mean?
That's what I was just reading. They want to splice the DNA in the embryo to allow organs to specific transplant organs to grow, which is really weird.
So, I mean, if it's to save lives, and it's like really one of those weird things. It's like, like you have those people who have like, oh, I have a pig's liver or some shit, or I don't know. You ever hear that shit? Like somebody said like, oh, I have, like 3 feet of pig intestine put in my stomach, or some shit. And you have like people say that. So I'm saying like, what if it's like, like it's like brain tissue, but it's like harvested from like some pig person. But the thing is, they lived. That's the fucked up part. Because if the embryo lives, then and they have like a life, and they're like tortured, fucking like, kill me now, just like, then that's fucked, right?
Yes, that's absolutely fucked.
Right. I'm looking for approval for that. Is that fucked or not, Mike?
That's certified fucked.
That's certified fucked.
If it comes out and goes, why am I alive?
like meh, like literally like Goat Boy, like literally Goat
There's
Boy.
a show on Netflix that's like that. It's called Sweet Tooth or some shit, and the kids have antlers and they're like half human, half animal hybrids.
Okay, is that what is that about? All right, because I've never watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
So these human animal hybrids are born from regular women who are
Okay.
pregnant.
Okay.
And at the same time, a pandemic flu virus comes and wipes out more than half the population of the world, but it never affects any of those half human hybrid things.
Antler people, the antler
Yes.
people.
Well, they're not only antlers; there's other things too.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting at
Do
times.
like the hyena women have like pseudo penises?
I don't did not ask. If what I was saying was, show I want to like it, but it's just so fucking slow and boring.
Okay. So it's like it's not like quick to compel you to like fucking want to rewatch another episode. That fucking show Severance came out with the new season.
Did you see the first season?
Yes.
I loved the first season. I thought it was awesome.
First episode got me hyped because I was like, they did, a very good show. I recommend
very good
watching
show.
it. Watch Severance if you have Apple TV. It's a good show.
Apple TV has a bunch of good shows. Shrinking's a good show.
Yeah, there's all right. Of all of like the streaming apps, Apple is a sleeper, and I'll tell you why.
It really is.
They have a bunch of really good shows
Hold on.
that nobody even knows about.
No, get rid of this. I don't want that. I don't want that here. I just want me and Ryan.
Severance is one of them, and so is Shrinking's pretty good one. There's a bunch. There's that show with Jennifer Aniston. Didn't watch that yet.
I didn't watch that. I watched Shrinking. I watched Silo. Did you watch Silo?
Silo. I think I started the first episode, but I fell asleep.
Oh.
But yeah. But it looks like the trailer makes it looks interesting. It does look interesting.
It's good. It has its moments. It's a little slow at times. The overall story is good, but Shrinking is really good.
That's funny.
It is. I like Harrison Ford's the man.
Awesome.
It's such a. It really is a good show. Like I flew through it. I flew through it, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Because it's short episodes, very short episodes.
And the same thing with I flew through. What the hell? Severance. We flew through Severance.
That's an easy watch, also because it's like, you want to watch one episode to the next because it's like the one intense moment leads to the next.
Yes, exactly, and like it's shot in New York. I know people who've worked on it.
That stuff that they did in Grand Central Station, I thought was pretty fucking cool too.
Yeah,
I would have been like, oh, because I've worked on jobs around that area, around the like in the mid 40s, like 42nd to 46th Street area by Lexington and Madison, between Lexington and Madison, and that's right around where Grand Central is. And I would walk through that station all the time. And if I fucking was still working in New York back like I was back then, and I walked through and I seen that shit, I would have bugged the fuck out. I rarely ever am a person that whips their phone out and takes pictures. I've been to like fucking ancient monuments and like just didn't take my phone out to take a picture just because I'm like an idiot.
You forget. You forget. I climbed. I climbed one of the Mayan temples, the ones that you were allowed to climb years ago.
Yeah.
Over a decade, maybe over like 20, 30. Oh my God, maybe 20 years ago. No, 10 years ago. No, more than that. Holy shit. Anyway,
yeah, time flies.
A long time ago, but I didn't think of taking a picture. I climbed the fucking thing. Was like, oh my God, I'm out of breath. Look at this view. This is amazing. Gotta go down.
Yeah.
You're also only allowed to stay up there for like 3 minutes once you get to the top.
Yeah, but you get caught up in the moment and you like fucking like I just don't think to take out I don't think to take pictures. I don't know what it is. I'm just not programmed.
So I don't know what this is about. This might be old at this point. It's a week old. So let's see what happened.
Welcome to a mini watch-along. I'm your host, Kellerman, and during a press conference, Donald Trump and his special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, made some comments about the ceasefire negotiations happening between Gaza and Israel, and I thought we'd watch them together.
I think that we've had some really great progress, and I'm really hopeful that by the inaugural, we'll have some good things to announce on behalf of the president. I actually believe that we're working in tandem in a really good way, but it's the president, his reputation, the things that he has said that are driving this negotiation, and so hopefully it'll all work out and we'll save some lives.
If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is.
You know, now, yes, you could possibly interfere with the negotiations saying that stuff. However, you could also entice these pieces of shit holding hostages to be like, oh, fuck. The other president wasn't saying shit. He was drooling on himself, going in the corner somewhere. This guy wants to fucking kill us all.
I'm sort of like, I definitely do believe that most of the world for 4 years thought us weakened. You know what I mean? Or at least in a weakened state because of our leadership, right? And the thing is to counter that, and this isn't just like he's saying this because he thinks people want to hear this. The thing is, like, this is a frustrating situation that a lot of people want to fucking get done and over with. And sometimes, like, if you want to be the person who's in the room who's going to be like, everybody's going to shut up and listen to me and do what I fucking tell you to do, and you're going to do this, that, and the other thing because this is best for everybody. You know what I mean? Sometimes that does need to fucking happen. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, people back and forth, if you just let them take care of it and fucking negotiate, they're never going to fucking get to the bottom of anything. This is just going to be like, we've been in negotiations for 2 years. That's what's going to happen. It's not like we've been negotiating for 2 months. No. It's going to be 2 years, 5 years, 6 years. It's going to be never ending. And it's like, well, if you want it to end, somebody's got to come and, like, drop the gavel. You know what I mean? Order in the court. You know what I mean? We need some fucking decorum. You know? And that's sort of the energy I guess he's trying to come at.
Yes, I mean we need that. We haven't.
Whether or not he means any of that.
Yes, and whether or not the message is
really
sincere or
exactly,
we needed something different than what we had.
Because that's the question too. He could just be
the
like,
rock in the parking lot is better than what we have.
You know, because the thing is, like, a lot of people do want to hear it's like enough already kind of shit. You know, like a lot of people are at that point with the Middle Eastern, you know, like situation to like enough already. A lot of people are there, and he's talking to that crowd, apparently. You know.
Fun fact. In 2004, a secret movie theater was found in the catacombs under Paris. But when the police went to investigate, it was gone, and the only thing left was a note that said, "Do not try and find us." There's 174 miles of caves and tunnels under the city of Paris, and people have been banned from entering the catacombs without a tour guide since 1955. But while on a training exercise in the catacombs, police entered a tunnel where they noticed motion-detected security cameras began recording them. And as they went deeper, an audio recording of dogs barking began to play, and then they found an open area where a movie screen and projector were installed, as well as a fully stocked bar and a restaurant with tables and chairs. The whole area was powered by a professionally installed power cable, and it had 3 telephone lines. 3 days later, the police went back with experts from the French electricity board to see where the power was coming from, but it was all gone, and the only thing left was a note on the floor that said, "Do not try and find us." Hit the link in my bio to check.
Is that true?
It's a pretty badass. If that's true, like a lot of this, I check a lot of these guys' stories. That I've been following this guy for a little while, and yeah, like most of them are like sort of, out of left field. It's nuts, dude. That's a pretty dope story. I like punk rock as fuck. You know, to have just like a pop up catacomb movie theater with a full bar and restaurant. Fuck yeah, dude.
Classic films from the 1950s and some modern thrillers.
I would love that shit. I would love to be in a catacomb in France and like be at like and have dinner and fucking drinks all in the same place at an underground theater playing like 13 Tesmeti or some shit like that. You know that movie? You ever see that movie? You'd like this movie.
Sorry, what'd you say? What
13 Tesmeti? It's a French movie. It's a good fucking movie.
Ready?
Now, did you watch any of the new Squid Game? Speaking of, and this is the segue into this. So just imagine this: like Squid, like the Koreans are fucking. They know what they're doing with these like sort of this genre of thriller. You know what I mean? Kind of like intense, sort of, because now they're bringing gunplay into it and stuff, and now there's action involved and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
So
turned it into an action.
yeah. So and who knows what happens next season? But this movie, a lot like Squid Game, where there's a competition, takes place in France, and it's about this guy who's down on his luck who joins a Russian roulette league.
What's that movie with the Russian roulette movie? What the hell is it called? Is it? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, what fucking the Deer Hunter? Was that?
Yeah, I think it's Deer Hunter. I think it is.
Yeah, with Robert De Niro, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a famous scene with Russian roulette in that movie.
Yes.
But this movie, 13 Tesmeti, it's all in French, right? But it's worth the subtitle read, is about a tournament, a Russian roulette tournament. And everybody who's involved in this thing, it's like they're down on their luck. You know what I mean? Like, very much like Squid Game. Because like Squid Game, that's the whole, that's the whole premise. All these people are like gambling addicts, drug addicts, like they're down on their luck, like fucking in massive debt. A lot of them have had fucked up things happen to them, so they're all doing this out of desperation, right? So it's like the same thing, except this movie came out in like the early 2000s, I think. Like in the early aughts, probably 06, 07 or something like that.
So
very good movie.
I'm not proud about this one, but I'm just gonna share it anyway because I think okay. You're allowed to have a sense of humor and find offensive things funny. Malibu Barbie.
Ooh, spot on.
Right?
Like it. Stamp of approval. Bravo, meme world. Bravo. I like that one.
All right. So
now this is fucking this motherfucker's building. This guy's building a fucking Terminator in house. This is wild.
No, that's not what I want to do. Oh no, sorry. Hold on.
It's an automated fucking like AR platform turret. Like it's like a fucking.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Like a homemade hydraulic fucking AR turret. That has like.
From the front left and front right, respond accordingly.
Front right. If you need any further assistance, just let me know.
Yes, can you move negative 25 degrees, then sweep across the field of fire, stopping every 5 degrees to fire one round. You should also have some variation in the pitch.
One round at each 5-degree interval
Holy
with variations
shit.
in pitch. If you require any further actions, feel free to let me know.
Good job, you saved us.
I'm glad I could help.
Confirm the speed and acceleration settings.
I'm sorry, but I don't have the capability to retrieve the current.
ChatGPT, we're under attack from the front left.
There's chat. Wow. There's chat.
Here are a few updates on the project. I've added a simple color-based tracking system that works with a regular USB webcam. It selects the largest region of each video frame that falls within a certain color range. In this case,
That's fucking wild, dude.
This is fucking
This is
crazy.
nuts. And like I'm saying, I don't know if this guy's
I want one.
guy or whatever, dude. It's just and it's all ran through ChatGPT, but that's what I'm fucking weary about. Because everybody wants this on the hood of their fucking car, right? Everybody wants this in their Batmobile. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants to Tony Stark the fuck up and have their fucking the four corners of their property with these things to pop out of fucking like some rock formation.
Let us know out there in the world. Would you buy one of these things? I would.
I'm just saying, like, if for a big piece of property, it might be worth your while, like for intruders and stuff like that. But it's just like the chance of malfunction, dude.
What happens when it decides you're the threat?
few notes on safety. All fire control components have been removed. I'm using a shorter firing pin that doesn't protrude through the bolt face, and these are empty casings with a...
That thing is fucking crazy fast, though.
More the same?
Yeah.
ChatGPT, begin color tracking on the color black.
You
Change
missed one.
tracking color to blue.
It just killed a neighbor. It shot through the thing right there and killed the neighbor.
It's janky. It's janky. You know what I mean?
Change tracking color to yellow.
It's still better than not automated, right? Like it's still doing a pretty good job.
I was gonna say something a little insensitive and say it's better than the police officers who shot and killed Breonna Taylor.
Oh,
and that's not defending.
Oh,
you ever see that video? The guy that got convicted.
That was a big whoops. Yeah, that was a big whoops.
The threat was to the left.
Yeah.
The two officers shot to the left. The third officer shot completely to the right in the other direction. So he's shooting this way.
Yeah.
Or the threat was that way. Literally. It made no fucking sense. Right now.
I'm your host, Callerman, and there's some really important going on, so pay attention. After a year of on-again, off-again negotiations, mediators have announced that a ceasefire deal has been agreed to by Israel and Hamas, which is good news for humanity, no matter which side you're on. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that...
But now is that not happening after what Trump said, or like what's going on?
No, I think it's still happening. But I just wanted to stop and say his last name is Netanyahu.
Yeah.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, Netanyahu, yeah.
It makes me laugh every time I hear it.
That the deal is not yet finalized, but does think that the finer details will be ironed out by tomorrow. And Joe Biden says that this is the exact deal that he proposed earlier in the year, but Donald Trump was quick to release a statement claiming that this is a direct result of him winning the election, which is, of course, open to debate. So tell me what you think in the comments. In South Korea, President Yoon Suk Yeol has finally been detained after multiple failed attempts following his insurrection attempt. And in South Africa, there's some really confusing, conflicting reports about an ongoing standoff between illegal miners and authorities. Authorities are saying that they've been trying to get the illegal miners to come out of the abandoned mine for months, while civic groups are saying that the miners have been trapped down there the whole time, needing rescue. As of today, at least...
Imagine being stuck in a mine.
What?
And going, can someone please save us? And the police going, shit, we gotta get these guys out of the mine, but they just won't come out. And I don't know why they won't come out, but guys, can you come out?
Well, you see, they're illegal miners, so they're just not going to get them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they want them out anyway. But wait, what was right before that, right? Before the South African thing? What was right before that? I want to say something.
I don't fucking remember. What's
So wait, hold on.
We could replay the video.
Yeah, I thought you were going to.
Oh, I thought you said hold on.
78 bodies have been recovered and 240 people have been rescued from the mine, but authorities are now calling off the rescue operation, saying that everyone has been retrieved, while other sources are saying that there's still possibly hundreds of people left down there.
Whoa.
Follow me if you give a shit.
Right.
Welcome to the fucking news. I'm your host, Kellerman, and there's some...
So the Hamas ceasefire, ceasefire, and then after the Hamas ceasefire was...
We have to watch it.
Yeah.
Really important going on, so pay attention. After a year of on-again, off-again negotiations, mediators have announced that a ceasefire deal has been agreed to by Israel and Hamas, which is good news for humanity, no matter which side you're on. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that the deal is not yet finalized, but does think that the finer details will be ironed out by tomorrow. And Joe Biden says that this is the exact deal that he proposed earlier in the year, but Donald Trump was quick to release a statement claiming this is a direct result of him winning the election, which is, of course, open to debate. So tell me what you think in the comments. In South Korea, President Yoon Suk Yeol has finally been detained after multiple failed attempts following his...
Yes.
Did you know about this? Like, there's a whole fucking hoopla happening with their presidential election.
Yes. So I know one of the guys running was very pro-America, and the other guy running was not very pro-America.
Yeah.
The guy who was pro-America won, and the guy who was not pro-America tried
to stay around and not leave.
Yes.
He got voted out, is what happened, right?
Something like that.
Insurrection attempt. And in South Africa...
That's wild, though. That fucking mind shit. So there's probably still more people down there, but like they said, the locals don't want the mine there. The mine fucked up, and a whole bunch of people got trapped, and now the authorities are like, oh wow, all these people that we wanted out are now, maybe they'll leave now, right?
They can't leave if they're saying they're trapped down there, and they're like, oh, we just want them to leave, but they're trapped. How can they leave if they're fucking trapped, bro?
Well,
is it possible?
They'll leave in a casket. That's my point.
Oh, well.
One way or another.
Well, now.
One way or another, they'll be gone, and they won't come back. And the thing is, like, a lot of those mines are like fucking hot commodity, fucking for electronics and stuff like that. Precious metals and all the shit that makes this stuff work. All of this stuff that we have here.
On that note, thanks for watching the Dumbfounded Dipshits.
Thanks for hanging out, dipshits.
Have a good night. Like, subscribe, share.
And see us again next Sunday at 9:30.
I'll make
as
an
per
outro
usual.
video one of these days. Make it easier.
Instead of just us doing the old school.
I'll probably do that, but I don't know. I'll figure it out.
A better